Hey everyone. So I made a video a few days ago. Um, and I mentioned in it that I had been in the hospital before. So I don't have a so I'm going to talk about my stay there, and it's a lot. Like, it's not what you think. Like, it's different cuz every hospital is different, right? It's so dark. Let me see if I can shift myself. There. It's kind of better. But so basically I I didn't try to kill myself. I was really close to, so I made my parents take me to the hospital so I could be admitted because I didn't feel safe with myself at home. Like, I didn't feel comfortable. Like, I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I'm trying to like shift it so you can see me better, but it's like nighttime. It's not working. Sorry about the lighting. But so I went to a hospital that was close to me. It was actually in Arnprior. You guys probably don't know where that is. It's in Canada. What up? And they asked me a bunch of questions. They asked me why I was feeling like this. Did anything happen today to make me feel like this? Is it random? Blah blah blah. And they asked me if I felt safe going home. And I told the doctor, who was the most like amazing doctor. He was so nice, so caring. I was like crying and he was like reassuring me. It was amazing. But I told him that I did not feel safe going home because I didn't feel safe with myself. I felt like I didn't feel like my parents were going to do anything to me. Like, that was not it. And I explained that. I just said that if I go home, there's 100% chance that I'm going to end up killing myself. So he called the hospital and they admitted me. Thank you. I ended up going in an ambulance there, which was amazing. The guy that was there, he was so nice. He was like the nicest. I don't want to say the nicest ambulance person I've ever met because he's the only one I've ever met. But he was just like really nice. Like, he was talking to me. He offered me a phone charger. I said no because I didn't have my phone. But he was just really nice, and I was asking him about like Grey's Anatomy and stuff, like just to distract myself. And he was really nice, and he knew everything that was going on, so that was awesome. By the time we get to the hospital, my dad, who took me, he met us there. It was maybe fucking 2 in the morning or something like that. I was beat tired. Like, I just wanted to sleep. My anxiety was crazy. Like, it just wasn't a good time. So we're waiting before they bring me to the psych. Um, it's like so there's in the hospital I was staying. There's two places. The one place is the like where you stay, and then the other place is the like crazy psych ward. And I was put in this crazy psych ward because I was on suicide watch. People think that because it's like psych in the name that it means that everybody there is crazy. Um, and not everybody is crazy. Like, it wasn't like that. And sorry, I just lost topic. Basically, I was there and they ask you a lot of questions because it's really upsetting that they don't have the funds for mental health. They don't have enough beds. So they have to ask you a lot of questions. She basically, I don't blame her because like, there's not a lot of beds. They need to make sure that it's somebody who needs it that's in there. But she was like, do you want to try going home tonight and seeing how you feel? And I was very adamant. I was like, I cannot go home. I cannot go home. I can't do it. Like, I need to be admitted. Like, I can't stay here. So they asked me like a bunch of questions. I don't remember all of them at the top of my head. And then around and like when they were asking me questions, it was like a doctor would come in, wake me up, ask me questions, leave, then I'd fall back asleep, then an hour later another doctor would come in, and it was like every hour I had people asking me questions, and I was just exhausted. So then I go to the and then they like officially admit me. um and I go to the after that night I go to the or in the morning, like, I don't remember, maybe 10 in the morning or something like that. And be warned, I didn't have a phone or anything. I was just laying there the whole time, like, no time, nothing, no food, nothing. But so I was really bored. But they brought me to the other place, the other place, which is where people go to like get admitted and such. And they basically I sat there, they gave me food. Um, they were actually really nice. Um, I don't know, my stay in the actual thing, it's hard because you have to be really careful with what you say because of confidentiality, and like I can't say names. So if I do say a name, it's made up. Just throwing that out there. But I was in a room with an older lady who, let's call her, I don't even remember her name, but let's just call her Ashley. She was very very suicidal, like more than me, like extremely. And then I was also roomed with a girl who was a few years older than me who had an eating disorder. Um, and they were really nice. Like they were so supportive. Like I didn't even know them, and like they just treated me like I'd been there for days. Like I loved it. And then they moved me to a different room. Um. Anyway, so that's not really that important, like the moving rooms and stuff. But what in the hospital that I was in, there was it wasn't like the movies. Like it wasn't like you have group therapy, then you have like a little lesson on something and then something. It was literally just like you're there, and every day when you wake up, actually, I had a psychologist, like a doctor, and this doctor is only for the people in the hospital. Like once I left the hospital, she was no longer my doctor, but she passed the notes back and forth. And so every morning she'd wake me up at 8 o'clock, which you think isn't that early, but like when you're in, I don't know, when I was in the hospital, I was a lot more tired. Like now I'm up every day at like 6, 7:30, whereas before, like it was, or like in the hospital at 8, I was just like, oh, I can't do this. But she talked to me every day. I'm not gonna discuss what we talked about because it's like hard for me to talk about still. She talked to me every day, and then she was the one who decided whether I stay longer or I get to leave. And I ended up staying there about 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. But while I was there, I met some really nice people, and I met a guy that was schizophrenic, and he was one of the nicest guys I'd ever met. I met a guy with anger problems. He was one of the nicest guys I've ever. Well, that's kind of contradicting itself, but they were all like super nice, and it's not like crazy people running around. Like there were some people you could tell were a little not messed up, not crazy, but they had deeper mental issues. But like it's not that big of a deal. Like it wasn't scary or anything. Everybody was there for their own reason, and everybody knew that. Nobody fucked with anybody. There was no drama, no fights, no like mean girls in the hospital or anything like that. But there was also this, we had art therapy, and art therapy was amazing. Like I loved art therapy, and I did that every day except it was so bad. So the first day I did art therapy, I loved it. And then the next day I went back, but the person who runs it wasn't there for like the next 3 days. And I was like, what to do? And the hospital that I was at, they let visitors come anytime during the day. Um, and they're allowed in your rooms and stuff. So my dad came a few times, my parents came. My best friend, she came. My brother was gonna come, but then he had something came up, which he has his own situation, so I don't blame him. My best friend and her best friend, who I am like friends with, like we're not best friends, but like they came to support me and stuff. Um, it was just like, yeah, and I don't know, it was just kind of like one of those things where like it didn't make me any worse. It didn't make it, I don't know, like I could see how people wouldn't, from the program I was in, I could see how people would not have been able to got better because there wasn't like a strict, like the talk I have with my counselor was half an hour max every day. Plus art therapy, and half the time it wasn't open. So it was more of like a babysitting for people who have mental health issues. But when I went left, by the last 2 days I wanted out of there. Like I couldn't do it. I could not deal. So I tried my best, and I like worked through some things with the doctor, and that's when she diagnosed with me with obviously severe anxiety issues. and manic depressive disorder, which is basically how she explained it. It's my depression, or my mood, not just depression, my mood. It will be like people usually have a mood like this, right? Like this, then it might go up and then down and then up and then down and then like good, like neutral. Like it's a little wavy. My mood, I'll be like happy and then in the next minute I'll want to kill myself. Like it just is crazy. Um Sorry, I just got my tags. He's so cute. Um but yeah. So they gave me meds and the meds did help. Sorry. The meds did help. They were pretty nice. I had this one medication, so I had two meds. One of them was I took at night and it was a sleeping because I had trouble sleeping and antidepressant. It was mixed in one pill and also anti-anxiety. So I took that every day and it helped. It did help. Yeah, it definitely helped. And then I had, in case I had a panic attack or my anxiety was just like really bad and I couldn't deal with anything, I had another one that was very strong. And when you're not supposed to take this pill every day, it's really bad for you. Like it's only supposed to be taken when needed. And if I had my license in my own car, and if I took it, I was not allowed to drive that day, because like it made you feel high basically, and like I loved it because like woo, but I didn't need to take it as much because of the other meds, so I didn't really need it. I think I took it once or twice. If I had a fight with my parents or somebody, and I just like oh like it just took a lot out of me, I would take it, and that helped. But I'm off the meds now, which was good. I thought I need them, my anxiety meds though, so I'm gonna get them again. I just need to find a doctor. But yeah. So overall, the hospital was it was a good experience. I liked it. It wasn't like it wasn't like how it was in the movies for me. And like I know there are some hospitals where it is like how it is in the movies. Like I get that, but my experience wasn't like that. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Peace out.